Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to be covering the Salt Lake Criteriums 1 and 2 as part of the USA Crits. They're pretty fun courses, and they're one of my first tests of the P12 fields. Well, this one's a 1-2 field, but yeah, really fast fields and a lot of excitement. So let's get into it. So in this first course, the speeds were really quick, even through these like little cobble sections that kind of went across the road. And it was, as I said in the intro, it's kind of like an oval style track where most of the turns were pretty non-technical except for this one, where if you took it a little too wide, you went over that grate. And you didn't really want to go over that grate, just in case you get a flat or something. So, and going down into this section, it's kind of like a slight false flat downhill, where the speeds just pick up a lot just because of how flat it is pretty much throughout the course. But everybody's trying to make up positions here because they want to be first in these cobble sections. And these lower corners are pretty non-technical because of how wide the roads are. So it made for a pretty interesting race because of how much energy you had to use on all the cobble sections. And I thought I had a pretty good chance on the day because this finishing straight was on an uphill, and it was a pretty technical section. But unfortunately, my race had to come to an end because of a slight technical problem. As you can see in like the right hand side of the screen, right next to the course, my levers, or my whole bars actually started to drop a lot. So I had to like completely just slow it down to 20 miles an hour and just try and get to the wheel pit to try and see if I can get a mechanical or something. So I kind of pull over, ask the moto for if this is like a real mechanical, if I can get a stop, and he says that I could get a wheel pit. So I try and get into the wheel pit as fast as I can so I can get the one lap. I think it's 2 laps on this course actually because of how technical it is. So I come into the pits and they tell me that it's not an actual mechanical. So I try and get back into the course 1 lap down, and that's the end of my race. So, I mean, kind of sucks to be ending like that, but nothing you can do. So on to the next day. So this is the start of the second race, day 2, Salt Lake. What I didn't mention in like the first couple of clips was that this is up at elevation. We're only at like 3,500 feet or something, so not too much, but still makes a little bit of a difference when you're coming at sea level like me. So, and I think it does affect my my numbers in the end. Unfortunately, I didn't have my power numbers linked to this power or this data, so I only got speed and the course and stuff. But yeah, this race was pretty fun because of this little hill that was kind of thrown in, and that it pretty much was like a triangle because the bottom 2 corners linked up pretty nicely and they're pretty non-technical. And I mean, all the corners on this were pretty non-technical, but this hill made it pretty interesting just because you could really conserve energy when people are trying to go hard. And there was a couple breakaways throughout the race, but I mean, none of them really stuck. So it was more of a try and sit in to try and save as much energy as possible, because this downhill was so fast in the group. This is only first lap, and we're already going 33 miles an hour. And people are just sitting up. So, but this course got really, really fast in the middle sections, but it didn't really end up being a big, significant part of the course. But the main people that I was looking at was Legion, and their one guy, Ama. They also had CJ in this race, he also played a big factor in helping Alma get into the right spots, but Alma was the main guy to look at. He won yesterday in a pretty decisive sprint, so he was the guy you wanted to be on if you wanted to try and get in the podium spots or maybe even try and take it. So we're going to start looking at the last 3 laps here in a moment. And as you can see right off the bat, I'm way towards the front on Alma's wheel, trying to stay up there, just trying to be in the right position, but I'm already way too far back, or too far forward, because yeah, we're trying to pull back a brake at this point. I don't know if we can really see them up the road, but I think there's 3 guys up front, or maybe 2. And Alma was doing so much work to try and pull this back, so I just try and slot back in, but I lose a little bit too many positions as I'm trying to conserve on this hill. But at this point, when you're 3 laps to go, you just really need to just kind of get into a good position and stay there, and not worry about like your power or anything like that on this course, especially because I'm already like 30 wheels back or something. Like, look at this. It's terrible positioning, but I try and make it up on the downhill. Try and get around this inside corner because people just like coast. So if you just kind of keep up your... I wish I had my power on this, but I think I'm doing like, maybe like 100 watts, just trying to get as far up as I can without recovering, just to try and make up some of those positions that I lost because of how much I was trying to conserve. So I get, a fair few, probably like 6 or 7 spots coming into this lap, and this is 2 to go, so this is the main straight that we're going to be sprinting. It's very long, so keep that into consideration as well. So you don't want to be too far forward on this course, because even if you attack on the hill, you're going to have a long way to go all the way to the finish line. So I think it's pretty chaotic in here just because of how much tighter it gets compared to the rest of the course, but everybody's pretty legit in here, so no worries. I was pretty confident with all these guys. Yeah, so we took that corner pretty quick, and then we're coming into the hill at 28 miles an hour, which is pretty nice. So you gotta kind of rip it. So I try and get on a good wheel to try and make up spots, but I'm trying to take this inside line so that I can try and, because everybody swings out to the outside on the downhill for some reason. I don't think there was any wind on course, so it really didn't make any sense to me, but so yeah, here, swing inside, try and make up spots. Guys are just dying. And then, yeah, inside. Just try and keep on the power. Everybody's still keeping it up. And maybe I could do a little bit more to try and get up in a better position at this point, because I'm still like way too far back. Probably like top 15 at this point. So yeah, look at how far the leaders are compared to me, and I dive bomb this guy. He kind of got mad at me, but it's okay as long as you're keeping it safe. I had to make up a little bit of ground on this spot, which is kind of annoying. What also was pretty bad about this position was that there was a little. So yeah, I try and make up spots here like this, but there's a group going up the road, so I just try and no. Well, I got swept. That's not what you want to do. You want to try and keep moving on. I should have gotten to that clip bar guy's wheel to try and keep up, but now I'm already way far back again on the hill. Now I just need to put in a big surge to try and get back onto this guy's wheel. Coming into the last lap, I need to just try and put the most I can put into this lap. kind of get boxed in. Yeah, I think I was kind of fading here just because of the elevation, I think, and after kind of putting in a big effort yesterday. And you just see guys just kind of like full on parachute mode. And here comes the split. You had to make the split to make the front group, and that's the top 7 guys right there. You don't make those top 7 guys, you don't get into the the paying positions. So that's the split you need to be in to make it up there. But yeah, and then look at Ama, he's already pretty much finishing at this point. So if you want to win, you have to be making up positions and not getting swarmed, and those you have to be making up, getting those right wheels, get on that cliff bar guys wheel about from like 2 laps to go, going into 1 lap. So yeah, and then this last sprint, I just try and empty the tank, just try and get all of it out there. And yeah, top 10, but I thought it could be more. So yeah, until next time.